more opportunities to them, or is it just maybe a chemistry thing you have with it?
Well, I think they do a good job getting open out there on the field. A lot of the plays are tailored towards us going through our progressions in the quarterback room, and whoever's open, really, that's who we're trying to get the ball to. And obviously, it's easier said than done.
So you had joint practices with the Bears last week and now with the Pelicans. Are you getting different looks out there now?
Yeah, I think their DC does a great job. And their defense overall, they do a great job disguising looks. They have a lot of good players on their team. They do a great job communicating what they want to do and what they want to accomplish. I think today, for us offensively, we got to be a lot better operationally. Getting on the ball quicker, seeing what the defense is giving us, and playing. And if you look at their 2-minute drive, I think that they did a really good job from an operational standpoint. So that's something that we can also look at and continue to learn and grow, not just on our side of the ball, but both sides of the ball.
If I could follow up, regardless how many series you play Saturday, what do you want to see from yourself and from your offense in the second preseason game?
Yeah, I think what we all expect to see is a cleaner operation, just everyone knowing what to do. Kind of minimizing the mental errors going out there, but really just going out there and executing at the highest level that we possibly can.
Tua, how would you compare how much you get out of joint practices as opposed to how much you get in the preseason?
Well, I think joint practices are really good because you get to see, a good glimpse of the packages that these coaches have, installed with the players on the defense and with their team. I would say when it comes more time to the preseason games, they obviously don't want to show everything. So us too. It's the same, and I think it's like that around the league too.
You mentioned that 2-minute drill. Yours, you got pressured a couple of times, and after the sideline, what was the nature of the conversation?
It's just communicating. Just, hey, how are you feeling in the back there? And then for me, just kind of talking to those guys about what I'm feeling and what I'm seeing as far as pressure and just communicating that to them. So they don't see everything. All they see is the guy that they're blocking.
So you're getting a chance out here to work with a lot of different receivers, which I'm sure you would think is a good thing to develop chemistry with them. But at what point is it a concern that some of your top receivers who may be starting in a lot of these games, you're not getting work with them because of injuries? At what point is that a concern?
Yeah, I don't think it is a concern. For me, I think the most important thing for them is their health. Making sure that they're right, because if they're not healthy, then that's going to be a concern. We won't have any of those guys to come out and play with. But it gives a lot of opportunity to the other guys for me to get work with them, and then for them to also experience a lot of the different looks, the coverages. Whereas a lot of the veterans, that are injured, they've seen a lot of that. We're all still in the same room. We're all still in the same meetings, communicating and talking through that. So, I don't think it's a concern at all.
Too, I know there's been a lot of questions about kind of the hierarchy of play calling, who's really in your ear. In regards to this dynamic, I know that when you're at Alabama, you had Josh Gaddis and Mike Locksley kind of co-offense coordinators. Do you see any similarities to back then and now, and how are you making it?
Yeah, really, when I was at Alabama, it was only Locksley that was talking to the quarterbacks and kind of giving us the play calls, and I think that's something that they would discuss, but it was always one person coming and talking to our group within the quarterback room. And I think it's very similar to here, with Charlie. Charlie is the one that gives us the plays. We're the last, he's the last person that we hear in our headset. And whatever discussion goes on between Charlie, Eric, and George, that's what they communicate. But the last person that we hear is just Charlie.
If I can piggyback on this, when did you begin your relationship with Charlie? Like, was it 7-on-7s, I've read?
Yeah, it was when I was in high school at the Elite 11.
And what was your interaction with him then and impression of him then?
Yeah, I thought Charlie was a good guy. He's a good coach, very fun to be around. And so, when I was able to talk to Flo about, a lot of that, I mean, when he was talking, hey, what do you think about this? I mean, I was all for it.
Tua, you had mentioned they disguise their coverages really well. You've seen the Bears defense now, the Falcons. You're going to look at the Bengals next week. How do you think that's kind of helped your progress, having an offseason where you have different defenses, different schemes to look at compared to last year where it was just the Dolphins, the only team you were facing every day?
Yeah, well, I think it's really good for, not just young quarterbacks, but young rookie players to also, get this opportunity to see, different looks, how guys can go from a 4 down to a 3 down dropping out and what to expect within the coverages. I mean, there's just a lot of things, for us, that's what we've seen. And, we're going to go into the film room later on today and we'll try to get those things corrected come tomorrow.
I noticed in the last preseason game that there were a few moments where you were able to avoid pressure by sort of sensing or feeling where it was coming, but you were able to keep your eyes down the field. What are some of the most specific drills that have helped you improve in that area? And what do you think is a key to always keep in mind on game day in terms of pocket mobility?
Yeah, I think Charlie, does a great job with the drills we do beforehand, before practice starts for us, just to get our feet in line, with our arm. But we're never looking down. You always want to look at your target. But I think it just comes with practice. The practices that we've had against our defense, and then also the practices we've had against, the Bears, and then now the Falcons. I don't remember. But it's good to see you, Steve. No worries.
Having the opportunity to kind of commingle with other veteran quarterbacks around the league, last week in Chicago, now with guys like Matt Ryan, what can you gain from just conversations here and there?
Yeah, you can gain a lot. From a personality standpoint, I think Matt's a great guy. He came up first class, introduced himself to all of us in the quarterback room. But also just watching how he's played, how he's handled himself throughout the years, growing up when I was young. It's fascinating to see that, he's still in the league and, I'm just starting my journey here. So it's awesome.
Final question?
Tua, couldn't help but notice you made a lot of connections with Waddle today. Where has that growth grown, I guess, over the last few weeks that you guys have been together?
Yeah, well, I think it's tailored to what the defense is giving us, more importantly. With these guys, when they're bringing the pressure, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get the ball out quick. We're not trying to get hit. And we're trying to work on our operation of our feet and timing it up with our arm and, really what we're seeing out there. I never realized how much times he was targeted today, but that's kind of the mindset that we have, is just trying to get the ball out quick and let our guys and our playmakers make plays for us.